Okay, I'm checking my fairing and body for any damage. No damage to my fairing at the top. Under my UPS logo, I have 3 ID lights. On the ends, I have 2 clearance lights. My ID lights and my clearance lights are amber in color. There's no cracked glass, no discoloration, no damage to the lights. Coming down to my windshield is in good condition on the outside, no cracked glass, no discoloration, no illegal stickers. The rubber stripping around my windshield is in good condition. It's not broken or flapping. My windshield wipers are securely mounted. They're in good condition. No damage to my body, no damage to my hood. My fender mirror is securely mounted to the tractor with these bolts. The glass has no discoloration, it's not broken. Glass is in good condition on my fender mirror. My grill is securely mounted to the tractor with these bolts. It's not broken, it is secure. My bumper is securely mounted to the frame with these mounting bolts. There's no shiny metal or shavings indicating that it's loose. My bumper is securely mounted. So are my tow hooks. They're mounted with push rods and connector pins. Tow hooks are securely mounted. My license plate is current and non-expiring, and my fog lights are securely mounted. My fog lights have no cracked or broken glass, no water inside. They are in excellent condition. My headlights and my high beams are clear in color. The lens is not cracked, it doesn't have any damage. Again, my high beams, my headlights clear in color. My turn signal, 4 ways are amber in color, and my reflector is amber in color. On both my units and my headlights, I have no cracks or damage. Next, I'm going to open my hood safety latch on the driver's side, walk around to the passenger side, watch my head for hazards, open my hood safety latch, aligning my body with the direction of movement, staying within my power zone. I'm going to open the hood, listen for the hood safety latch to engage. Here I'm going to Z-scan the engine, looking, listening for any air or fluid leaks in the engine or below. I hear and I see none. Looking for anything broke, loose, missing, out of place. I can tell you that all my rubber on my hoses and my belts are all in good condition. It's not cracked, damaged, no cuts, bulges, or abrasions. Windshield wiper fluid is between the add and the full. It's not damaged or leaking. My radiator fluid is between the add and the full. It's not damaged or leaking. My fuel filter is between the add and the full. It is not damaged or leaking. My frame has no cracks, dents, or illegal welds. And I can see my water pump right here, which is belt driven. My water pump is securely mounted. The belt has no more than 1/2 to 3/4 inches of play. Now I'm going to walk around to the other side, watching my head. On the driver's side, I'm going to Z-scan the engine, looking and listening for any air or fluid leaks in the engine or below. I hear and I see none. Behind the firewall, there are 2 components that are gear driven. That is my power steering pump and my air compressor pump. They're right behind the firewall. You can't not see them. What you can see is my alternator. My alternator is belt driven. The belt that I'm pushing on here is in good condition. It's not cracked or damaged, and it has no more than 1/2 to 3/4 inches of play. All of my belts and all of my hoses that are visible have no cuts, bulges, or abrasions. They're in good condition. So from here, steering shaft, steering box, pitman arm, drag link are securely mounted to the left front tie rod with this castle nut and cotter pin. No more than 10 degrees of play in my steering shaft. Steering box is not damaged or leaking. My power steering fluid is between the add and the full. It's on the cold side. My engine oil is right here. To check that, I would pull that out, give it a swipe, reinsert it, pull it out, read the dipstick. If it's between the add and the full, it's good. If it's not between the add and the full, I would add 4 quarts at a time right here till I got to the right level. My frame has no cracks, dents, or illegal welds in it. From here I can tell my springs, spring hangers, U-bolts and bolts are securely mounted, no damaged or missing springs. My shock and my shackle are securely mounted, not damaged or leaking. My springs, spring hangers, U-bolts and bolts are securely mounted with no damaged or missing springs. For here, my brake chamber and airline are securely mounted, not damaged or leaking. This is my slack adjuster, connector rod and push pin. slack adjuster, connector rod, and cotter pin. If I were to release my brakes and pull on that slack adjuster, I'd have no more than 1 inch of play. Coming inside here, my brake drum is securely mounted, no damaged or missing springs. I have a minimum of 1/4 inch of material on my brake linings, no cracks or contaminants. Checking both sides of my tire condition, have a minimum of 430 seconds, forgive me, of tread depth on this weight-bearing tire. Have no uneven wear patterns. I could check both sides of my tire condition for any cuts, bulges, abrasions, exposed cord or fabric. My rim has no cracks, dents, or legal welds. No broken or missing lug nuts. Any rust streaks would indicate looseness. My hub oil is between the add and the full, right behind that gasket. And I have 1 metal valve stem with a metal cap. My tire is properly beaded to the rim. If I were to check inflation on this tire, I would do so with a tire gauge. Next, I can rest my heel against the pavement, toe against the tire, and do a push-pull just to indicate a worn wheel bearing if there's any unusual movement, and I have none. My mud flap is securely mounted. Next, I'm going to walk back to the passenger side, just looking to see if I missed anything. Don't believe I did. I'm going to release my hood safety latch.